Good afternoon from Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. It's Ryan.
And Brie.
We're at Goats on the Roof. This is coaster number 8.
Yes.
I think we're doing 12 total. And we're trying to figure out what is the best coaster in the Smokies. So we're about to ride this, and then we're going to rank it and see where it falls among the other 7 that we've done so far. And at the very end, we'll award a trophy that we've made for the best coaster in the Smokies. So I have never been on this one.
I have, and I mean, you're just happy to be here because there's goats everywhere, and you can feed the goats.
And dinosaurs.
Yes.
It's goats / dinosaurs on the roof. There's a bunch of dinosaurs back here, so cute little gift shop, some fun things you can get in there. You can buy some goat feed, come out here and feed the goats, but we're here to ride the coaster.
Yes.
So let's hop over there and show you what it's like.
Let's go.
So we're off Wares Valley Road, and they have some free parking. Again, they have this giant gift shop and little bikes here that you can actually get some goat feed, ride the bike, and bring it up to the goats up on the roof. But let's work our way over to the coaster. I'm gonna go over the pricing and details on it. So you have to be 54 inches to ride alone, and you must be 38 inches and 3 years old to ride with a 16-year-old or older. One of the great things about Goats on the Roof is they have some of the lowest prices among some of the coasters that we've seen so far in the area. 15 bucks per ride. Let's work our way on to the ride. We're gonna follow the footsteps here. Again, this is my very first time ever riding this. But they have this covered area if it is a busy holiday or weekend with a moving Sasquatch to greet you. Jessica. All right, Jessica, we're going for a ride. We'll see you when we get back. You can see the sign up above. It says, "Ride it like you stole it, Brie."
All right.
All right, here we go.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Thank you.
You'll see what I'm talking about when you start going up. You got to with lights above you. All right.
All right, we're able to let go. Got it. Maybe. We good? Is it gonna catch me?
Yeah, it'll automatically.
It will catch me? Okay. They caught me. We're good. We're going. Oh, where's my glasses? They also have a little dinosaur mini golf course right next door. Where did I put my glasses? All right. We're not gonna worry about the glasses. It's got a pretty good pace. This seems a lot faster than the last one we went on getting up. I lost sight of Brie. So they said this is one of the fastest in the area. This is what the workers were saying. Technically, it says you can get up to 35 miles per hour. All right, this is really neat to see all this. I've driven by it and I've never been over here in this area. They also said that they play classic rock as you go throughout the course. They have a number of different speakers. But this opened in 2014. It has 4,785 feet of track, and it's a 1,700 feet of elevation from the time we were down at the bottom until we get up to the very top. So it's about a 4.5 minute ride up here to the top. The total ride duration should be about 7 to 8 minutes, and I'm hearing some more classic rock playing on the speakers as we go by. They also said you should come back and ride it at night because there are lots and lots of lights up here. All right, I see Brie. She's almost to the top. But this is nice, this section. Got lots of nature. Very well, you could see a bear. Got a pretty good view off into the woods here. All right, I think Brie just took off. Here she comes. I can see her going past. She's moving along. All right, I'm getting excited. We're almost there. They definitely have speakers throughout the course here. Last little lift, and we'll be taking off. So given that this was built in 2014, I think this is one of the second oldest coasters in the area. Can't imagine there's probably been, how many people have been on this thing. All right, push handlebars all the way forward. We got some goats up here on the top. Here we go. Oh, she wasn't kidding. You could go fast on this thing. Whoa! Whoa! Wow. Oh! Oh, got a little bit of lift. Oh! Wow! Oh, got a nice view up here. Oh. There's a bug on my nose. Oh! Oh! We're gonna get some height here. We are way over the parkway. Look at this view. Wow. I'm slowing down to soak up the view just a little bit. Okay. Wow. Oh, this is awesome. Oh, we are really high. Last little stretch here. The home stretch. Oh. Slow down, the track ends. Got some dinosaurs down below. Oh, that was fun. It's a pretty good long ride. Oh, that was great. Oh, that was great. Gotcha. Okay. Now that we made it to the bottom, they have a gift shop area where you can purchase some things over here. And they also have a photo spot. It took your photo, I think multiple times. I think there was 2 cameras.
Yeah.
And as we exit, they have, again, lots of dinosaurs. So if you have kids or grandkids, this is a great place to bring them. Lots of chairs to sit. So if you're not going to do this particular mountain coaster, you can just kind of sit and watch people as they come back down. Or again, you can feed the goats, which is something very unique about this particular location. Sit on the bike and bring the cup up to the top of the roof to feed the goats. So we made it over to their non-roof goats. They have some up top, and they also have some down here that you can feed with a bucket. They got a little gym line behind us. So there are definitely lots of things you can do at this location. I think more so than our last coaster. It was just like a gift shop, and there wasn't as much to do. So it's the nice thing about this place. What did you think of the ride?
Well, I thought the ride up and the ride down were like the fastest ones we've been on.
Mm-hmm.
This coaster goes really fast. I actually couldn't do full speed. I don't know if you could. That being said, I don't know if it's from the speed, but it did have a little bit of a little jerkiness. Like it wasn't as smooth.
It's not
as
the
some of
smoothest one we've been on. It's not the roughest, but it's
No.
not the smoothest. It's
Yeah.
kind of like middle of the road. There's been some we've been on that have been like super smooth.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been other ones where it's a little bit more rough. So this is kind of a middle of the road because you are going so fast. This does, I think, again, say 35, but if you have a little more meat on the bones, you can go a little bit faster.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, and I will say, because of the speed and a lot of turns and whatnot, it's a pretty thrilling coaster.
Yes.
I will say.
It's fun. I really liked it. I have to look at the list now and think, where do I want to place this one?
Yes, same.
And think through this. All right, we're not going to share our opinions on this. We're going to look at the list and see. So after looking at the list, I think I know where I would place the Goats on the Roof mountain coaster. You got your number?
Yes.
Where this would rank. This is coaster number 8 for us. So 1 through 8, this would be number, let me know in 3, 2, wait, I lost my number. What was my number? I'm gonna go back. Okay, I got my number. I think, no wait, that one. This is so hard. This is getting more difficult. That's the.
I mean, I'm torn, but I'm just committing to a number.
Okay, I got it. Ready? Give me your number. 3, 2, 1, 3.
5. Oh, we are way off.
Okay, we gotta come to an agreement here.
I liked the alpine coaster better because the ride up was really peaceful and it was a smoother ride down.
Okay, I got you on that.
Hellbender, I just feel like you get a better view, but maybe I could meet you in the middle.
Yeah.
At 4.
Okay.
Because I could see people liking this one maybe a little better than Hellbender. It is a longer coaster. You do have the goats, but the views, you don't have views that you get at Anakista. However, you do have to buy a ticket.
You don't really get a lot of views on the coaster itself. You're getting views while you're there at Anakista. So, and again, that's a whole separate thing. Whereas here, it's free parking. It's easily accessible. I guess why I like this a little better than Alpine is just all the activities you have. Oh, look at all these. Look at that guy. Look at this goat. Look at this guy right here. He's so cute. So there's goats you can feed. A really neat store. It's kind of factoring in a little bit if you were to come over here. They're right next to each other, so you could honestly do both. You get a really good deal. I like that it's $15 a person, whereas the number 1 coaster right now is it like 25?
Yeah.
I think, right? So it's $10 cheaper to come over here than the current number 1. So I do like the pricing, family friendly. I love all these goats.
But if I'm just focused on the ride,
I know.
Definitely, I think I could come up to 4.
All right, I think we've come to an agreement. We're gonna stick this at number 4. Not that it's bad. Even the ones towards the bottom, they're not bad rides. They're all different. Well, we're just kind of experiencing them. I like it. It was a great time. Really enjoyed Goats on the Roof. I would come back and ride this again.
Yes, and feed the goats.
And feed the goats.
And feed the goats.
If you come here, you got to feed the goats. This is a great little stop here on Weirs Valley Road. But we're gonna head over to our next coaster, which you can watch right up here. So we're gonna head over there. Hopefully, we don't get lost on our way there. That was a clue. We'll see you on that video. All right, bye.
Bye.